morning, dear students. Congratulations to all the students. Now you are in the semester 3. I will handle two papers in semester 3. First, Corporate Accounting 1 and second, Accounting 3. See students, today we will discuss the syllabus of the Corporate Accounting 1. Corporate Accounting 1 is a compulsory paper for all the students. So, first we will see the syllabus of Corporate Accounting 1. As per the Saurashtra University syllabus, the name of the subject Corporate Accounting 1, total credit for this subject 3, teaching hours 45 and total marks 100. It is subdivided into two parts, 30 marks for the internal exam and 70 marks for the university exam. The objective of this course is to provide basic knowledge and skill to the students about corporate accounting principles and practice. In this subject, we have to learn the transactions relating to company. So, company related transactions we will learn in this subject. This course is divided into 4 units. First unit, unit number 1, final account of company. Final account of company as per the Companies Act 2013. So, whenever we want to prepare our account as per 2013, it is always in the vertical format. So, in this unit, we will see introduction, meaning and legal framework of Companies Act 2013, various schedules for financial statements as per Companies Act 2013. If you want to prepare the final account as per Companies Act 2013, we have to prepare two vertical statements. First, profit and loss account, and second, balance sheet. And for these two statements, we have to prepare the various schedules. So we will see how many schedules are required for the preparation of P&L account and balance sheet. For this, we will discuss in this unit some basic transactions for the preparation of final account. Transactions like tax provision, depreciation, dividend and many more. And finally, we will prepare the final account for companies with the help of practical questions. So this is the syllabus of unit number 1. Now unit number 2. Unit number 2, it is for redemption of redeemable preference shares. It is also known as RPS. So if company wants to redeem their preference share, they have to follow certain rules and regulations as per the Companies Act 2013. So we have to make provisions for RPS. If we want to repayment for RPS, we have to make provision for issue of new shares, or we can make provision by capital redemption reserve. So we will see in this unit how we can create the CRR or how we can issue the new shares for the redemption of redeemable preference share. In this unit, we have to pass journal entries for these transactions of RPS. Which RPS we can redeem, we will see in this unit. And for the repayment of RPS, we required some cash balance, and how we can manage the cash balance we will see in this unit. After the journal entry, we have to prepare balance sheet. So again, we will prepare balance sheet in RPS also as per the Companies Act 2013. It means in vertical format. So this we will learn in the unit number 2, redemption of RPS. And finally we will prepare balance sheet with the help of some practical questions. After that, unit number 3, it is capital redemption, or it is also known as the capital reduction, internal reconstruction. So mainly there are two types of reconstruction. One is internal reconstruction, other is external reconstruction. So in the BCom semester 3, we will see internal reconstruction. External reconstruction, it is part of the syllabus of BCom semester 4. It means in the next semester in the same subject, corporate accounting. So in the internal reconstruction, we will discuss introduction and meaning and methods of capital reduction. Then we will discuss difference between internal and external reconstruction. For the internal reconstruction, we have to calculate sources. It is also known as the available fund for capital reduction. Then we have to calculate applications. It is known as utilization of a capital reduction fund. So first we have to calculate sources, then we will calculate applications. If the difference is there, it means if the sources are more than the application, the difference will be known as capital reserve. So in this unit, we will see how we can calculate sources. Then we will discuss how we can calculate applications. So sources for the available fund and applications of the fund we will discuss in this unit. After the calculation of sources and application, we have to pass journal entries for the internal reconstruction transactions. It means capital reduction transactions. So we will after the journal entry we will prepare balance sheet also. So this is the syllabus of unit number 3. After the discussion of these points, then we will prepare the balance sheet with the help of practical questions. Then unit number 4, corporate social responsibility. It is known as the CSR. This is the new unit introduced from the this year. It means syllabus effective from 2020. So this is new unit in the corporate accounting 1. In this unit, we will discuss introduction, meaning and concept, current CSR norms in India, objectives of CSR policy, scope of CSR activities, and role and responsibility of CSR committee. This is the theoretical part. So as per the university exam, this unit weightage is 15 marks with theoretical part only. So no practical questions are there in the CSR. So total 4 unit syllabus is given in corporate accounting 1. And see, this is the university examination pattern. So total 4 questions will be there. Question number 1 from unit number 1, final account of companies. The weightage is 20 marks. Question number 2 from unit number 2, and again the weightage is 20 marks. Question number 3 from unit number 3, it is capital reduction. Again the weightage is 15 marks. And last question number 4, it is from the unit number 4, corporate social responsibility, and the weightage is 15 marks. And the last questions, it is only for theoretical part. So this is the syllabus of corporate accounting 1. So internal examination 30 marks and the university examination 70 marks. Have a great day.